Hello, this is a short video about pelvic floor exercises and how to do them correctly. Now, I've worked with a physio, a women's health physio, to get these exercises, but I would recommend seeing a women's health physio if you feel that you need pelvic floor exercises, because they need to be designed for you, and pelvic floor exercises are going to be different for everybody. There might be other things going on as well that you need support with. So just to get an idea about pelvic floor exercises and how to do them in general, please make sure you're seated comfortably, ideally on a hard chair. So I'm on like a dining room chair, sitting towards the front of the chair, so not leaning back into the chair. My feet are about chair width apart, so my feet are flat onto the floor as well to keep me nice and grounded. And then find a nice neutral position in your pelvis and place your hands onto your tummy. Now, you can do these exercises safely if you're pregnant or postnatally as well. So good for everybody. And then I invite you to close your eyes so you can really take your focus inwards and just notice your normal, natural rhythm of breath. So without changing your breath, just breathe normally. See how that feels and see how and where your breath is within your body. So you may feel your hands moving a little bit on the belly, you may feel the breath up in the chest or the rib cage. That's okay. There is no right and wrong. Just keep breathing in your normal, natural rhythm. Now, as you sit in this way, see if you can start to be aware of your spine. Follow your spine right down to the tailbone. See if you can feel into the tailbone a little bit. And then when you're ready, just keep breathing. Have a little squeeze of the anus and gently draw inwards and upwards, like you're trying to stop yourself from passing wind. And then let that hold go, let it release and soften again. Now, from the hands down into the pubic bone, start to be aware of the pubic bone and how that feels. And then see if you can just gently tighten and then draw in the urethra. So like you're trying to stop yourself from going for a wee. And then again, release. You might feel the different areas, you also might not. So don't worry, just being aware can help to strengthen those muscles as well. And then we'll move to the middle. So start to feel from the tailbone to the pubic bone, feel the sit bones on either side that you're seated onto the chair with. And then in the center, nicely right in the middle, is the vagina. So have a go at gently squeezing the muscles around the vagina and gently drawing them inwards and upwards. And then release and let go. So you've got these three different areas to work with. Now, you might not be able to work with them individually, and that's okay. So we're going to work with the center. We're going to imagine that center point between the sit bones, the pubic bone and the tailbone is where we're working with, because that is going to help to work with all of the muscles. The muscles in the pelvic floor do crisscross and they create figure of 8. So if we use that as our point of focus, we're going to work with all of the muscles. So continue to breathe in your normal, natural way. And like I say, you might feel the hands moving a little bit as you breathe, which is totally normal. So what happens as you breathe in, your rib cage gently lifts and expands, the diaphragm moves down, and then your pelvic floor diaphragm as well kind of pushes downwards as you inhale. And then as you exhale, rib cage relaxes or closes down, diaphragm moves up, and so can your pelvic floor. So we're going to work with the breath rather than fighting it or against it. So I invite you to take a nice full deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, gently squeeze and lift that center point of the pelvic floor. And then let it all release, let it soften. Inhale deeply. Exhale, squeeze and lift without tightening the buttocks. And then release. Inhale deeply and fully. Exhale, gently squeeze and lift. Try a few more times in your own time, in your own rhythm, with your own breath. Just keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. And don't worry if you don't feel the movement front to back in the full area. Just focus on the center. So try a few more times in your own time. And then if you need to, just relax the hold. Just take some normal breaths while you let everything relax, because it's really important that we also learn to relax the pelvic floor muscles. especially if you're pregnant. It's not just about tightening the muscles, we need to let them relax as well. And then we're going to lift and we're going to hold those muscles this time, okay? So we're building the strength in our pelvic floor muscles. So again, take a nice full deep breath in. As you exhale, gently squeeze and draw inwards and upwards. Hold, so hold the lift. See if you can breathe in, but keep the hold. Breathe out, lift a little bit higher, and then let them go, breathing in. And again, breathe out, lift and hold, breathe in, keep holding and lifting, breathe out, lift a little higher, and then release, relax and let go. Maybe try one more time in your own way, in your own time if you want to. Trying to hold and lift those pelvic floor muscles, and we're working internally to really help to strengthen the pelvic floor. Now, I would recommend, if there is a cause for concern in the pelvic floor, or if you are feeling weak or heavy in the pelvic floor, practice these exercises maybe 3 times a day. But I would massively recommend going to see a women's health specialist, physio specialist, to find out what is going on with your pelvic floor and what exercises would actually suit you, because we're all different. So when you're ready, let your breath return back to your normal natural rhythm. Release your hands and open your eyes when you're ready. So thank you for joining me.